Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Innovation Podcast, your source for all things innovation. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today's a very special reunion 2020 episode. What is that? That's when I had a guest on in the past, and I liked him so much I had to bring him right on back. So today's special return guest is Michael Swartz, and he's president over at Medixol. Michael, welcome back to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, Adam. I'm happy to be back.
Oh, man, so excited to get into this new platform that you're launching over there at Medixol. But before we do that, I don't want to assume that all of our new listeners caught your first episode. So let's just start off with an overview of what you're doing over at Medixol, please.
Yeah, so what we've done is really create a place for people with high deductibles or no insurance at all to give them a place to shop around. We wanted to create something that people could pick up and know how to use right away. So what we did was about 2.5 years ago, we launched a marketplace that gave you the same experience you have booking a flight or a hotel on Priceline or Expedia, but we brought it to medical services. So for example, let's say you're looking for an MRI. You can go on, search MRI, you can see different prices, different options, and then you can schedule and actually pay for the service right on the system as you would if you were booking a hotel.
Man, I love this, and it's such a simple concept. And I always wondered, like prior to talking to you, I'm like, why isn't this just the way things have always been done? I love it. Let's switch it up though. I do want to get into the new platform that you launched. So tell us a little bit more about that, please.
Yeah. So what's happened over the past 2 years at Medixol is we've really learned how to scale this marketplace, how to build this marketplace, how to seed the supply side of the marketplace. So how do we drive providers to this platform? And what we've done is we've really started to tap into these robust specialty provider networks. So instead of focusing on one provider at a time, two provider at a time, we're able to onboard thousands, if not 10,000, hundreds of thousands of providers during that time. With all about 25,000 providers connected into the platform, we were able to start driving consumers, driving patients to using the platform. And when we started seeing people use it, we looked at what was going on and we realized that we underestimated something at the beginning. And that was just because people are paying more out of pocket in healthcare costs, paying out of their own wallet, that they're ready to be a healthcare consumer. But what we found was that's not the case. Most people don't know how to navigate healthcare. They're confused by healthcare. So when we saw this, we took a step back. And initially what we had was a system where you would be able to prepay and you wouldn't use your insurance. But we had a lot of people that started going through the site, and we'd reach out to get feedback. And what happened was these patients, these users, were looking at themselves as insurance patients as compared to how we looked at people with insurance with high deductibles. A lot of times they're cash patients. For example, me and you, Adam, we could go get the same MRI at the same place on the same day. You go in with your insurance and you have a $10,000 deductible that you haven't hit, and you get that MRI. You might end up with a bill for anywhere from $750 to $1,200. But if I go in and I say, I don't have insurance, I'm going to prepay or I'm going to go on a payment plan, I'm probably going to get it for $450 to $550, which isn't fair. I mean, it's disgusting every time I hear it, but most people don't know that. So when we saw this, we started reaching out to all of our users, everybody who was making it through the process. And what we found was these users, they look at themselves as insurance patients. And not only that, they're either paying a lot of money for their insurance or their employer's paying a lot of money for their insurance. And they want to use that. They want to get the value out of it. But they look on the news And all they see is surprise medical bill story here, medical bankruptcy story there, and they don't want to become another statistic. So that confusion, that kind of worry creates hesitation, not only interacting with MedXol, but interacting with healthcare as a whole. When uninsured people came, they knew exactly what to do. They'd go on, they'd search, they'd compare, they'd put in their payment information, and they'd have a great experience. But when people had insurance, they were confused. So I always compare it to buying a car at a dealership. Prior to the dealership's standardized pricing or the online marketplaces like TrueCar, a lot of people were scared to go into the dealership to buy a car because they weren't confident in the knowledge they had in cars, and they felt that they'd be taken advantage of by the salesperson. Well, healthcare is 20, 30, 40, if not 50 times worse. I'm sure you've experienced it or you know people who have experienced it. A lot of people feel that the health insurance company is making it confusing on purpose. So they're losing trust in their health insurance. They're losing trust in the health system. So when we saw this, we took a step back and we said, we need to create the ability for a user to take their insurance, integrate it into our system, and be able to help them make simple, smarter decisions about their health care so that when they're making it, they're confident that they're making the right choice for them. So what we've done is we've added the ability to integrate into over 2,000 different insurance plans so that we can personalize your experience when you're using the marketplace. But when we started doing this about 12 months ago, probably right after we talked, we started looking at other industries and other industries that were incredibly confusing and complex. And one stuck out like a sore thumb that was simplified through technology, and that was the personal finance industry, specifically the financial credit score. I'm sure you know Credit Karma, correct, Adam?
Yeah, definitely.
So prior to Credit Karma, people had to pay for their credit score. Most people didn't really understand how they got their credit score. They didn't know how to improve it. And in the end, they were at the mercy of what credit card offers came into the mail. And then Credit Karma came onto the scene and created this tool completely free for their users. And they were able to, one, understand where they are in their credit score, understand how to improve their credit score, and have personalized offers about credit cards, loans, and all these different personal finance. But over everything, they simplified the language of healthcare. So when we saw that, we looked at what we built, and we realized we needed to take it to the next level. So instead of just creating something that people could integrate, this new platform that we're launching gives you the ability to, similar to how Credit Karma allows you to be smarter with your finances, this new platform is going to give you that same Credit Karma-like experience where you can understand where you are in your healthcare, where you are in your health insurance, track everything in real time. You can search for doctors based off of your plan, understand exactly how much it's going to cost you before you ever go in. And in the end, you can either book or prepay. So what we've done is we've taken this marketplace, the Priceline or Expedia, and we merged it with that Credit Karma-like experience to really create a free tool for consumers so that they can be confident navigating their own healthcare. And this is launching in the next 2 months. So we're pretty excited to bring this out to market.
Oh man, that's exciting stuff. I mean, you're really I love it because you're right, and the people that are listening, I know some of them are like, wait a minute, I can actually go on there and and get this kind of experience, like, 'cause it hasn't really existed that I've known of in the past. And when people are going out there shopping and looking at different things, that example you gave happens so many times. I can't stand it when you're saying that somebody goes in that has insurance and is paying for insurance, and then they get this one price, and then somebody else that goes in there that doesn't have insurance and they just pay and they're not paying, then they're cash customers, they get a completely different price, oftentimes less. It's crazy. and what's interesting to me is some of the people listening right now don't know that happens. That's why I wanted to repeat it, because it's a thing, and I didn't realize it either, but it's a thing. So that being said, Michael, if somebody's listening to this and they want to keep up with number one, if they want to connect with what's going on at Medixol right now, how do they connect? And also to follow up on the new launch that you have going on, what's the best way for them to connect with the brand?
Yep. So the best way is to go to vip.medixol.com. So VIP, very important person. Medixol, MEDIXALL.com. That will be a page where they can sign up for the wait list. One of the exciting things that's coming is Medixol, in the end, is a tough name for some people to pronounce or to spell. I don't know how many times I've said, how do you spell Medixol, and people get it wrong, don't know, 60% of the time. So this new launch is going to be coming out under a new consumer-facing brand, a brand that is easy, is catchy, and is something that people can really grasp. So we're pretty excited to launch this. So I do thank you for allowing me to kind of bring what we're about to launch, but I'm excited next time I come onto your show to announce the name. We'll be putting it out in the next 2 months. But if you want to learn more, stay on top of it and be one of the first ones to be able to use this at early access, all you have to do is go to vip.medixol.com.
Fantastic. Well, Michael, been awesome having you on the show today. Great connecting on this Reunion 2020 episode. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review in the Apple iTunes Store. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Innovation, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments on the video. I mean, love to know what kind of projects and things you're working on. And Michael, thanks again for coming back on the show.
Awesome. Thank you for inviting me. I've enjoyed it.